Hey folks, it's Dead Jack here, and welcome to 7 Days to Die. Now, this is a game that I have played a good bit of. It's one I've played in my free time, and it recently got an update. Um, so I wanted to play it just to kind of show off some of the new stuff in the update, but just also it's a game I've really wanted to play on the channel. At first, I'm just really gonna see how um, how long one day is for the video, and we'll figure out if y'all want to watch more from there. We'll see. I'll probably at least do a few videos on it just because it is a fun game that I like and I enjoy it. Um, but we'll see how well y'all receive it. I'm actually kind of liking this area I'm at already. I got snow on one side and water on the other. I know I have to get a little far away from where I start, because if you stay too close to where it spawns you, I think it doesn't quite like that. It doesn't work, and it ends up I'm not sure if it like kicks you out or what. All I know is you don't want to start like right by where you spawn. Let me get this bird's nest. These can be a little annoying to find early on. But basically what this game is, you can probably already kind of tell. It's a bit of a horror survival game kind of a thing. Now what this is this is kind of a zombie apocalypse type thing. Got a bunch of crafting right here, of course, and there's leveling up. Really, it's going to take you guys just watching to kind of get the idea of how the game goes. But it's a really good game. I enjoy playing it, so I'm thinking you guys will enjoy watching it too. Let me get my fella some clothes here so he's not just walking around out in his underwear. And this is the thing, you start with nothing pretty much. I started with some of this stuff down here, and that was completely it. That was all I had. So let's see, wooden club. I already have the stuff to make that. And a lot of this first part, it gives you a good bit of direction. Hello, there we go. It gives you a good bit of direction. And I think it does a really good job of kind of introducing some of the basics to the game. Like you can see right now, I'm just making, a bow, things like that. It's even showing me right now how to craft, a box. It looks like a box, but these can be made into, a house and things like that. So it does a good job of getting you started. But then after a bit, you're kind of just thrown in. You're on your own. And good luck. That's kind of how the game is. Now you can find small stones, because I have to gather them for a campfire. You can find them just lying around, but sometimes finding a just bigger rock and breaking them into the smaller rocks is a bit more helpful. I'm going to get enough for 2, because again, I can't stay, in this area. But there we go. I needed to know where the trader is. There we go. I went through all that just so I could get an idea of where the trader was, so I could go a little bit towards him. Now for me, whenever I've played this game before, it's nice to be near a source of water. And while I do appreciate this lake right here, as long as I'm near the snow, I can get water from the snow. Because you can pick up the snow, make some murky water, but then you can boil it over a fire and get some boiled water, which is a lot healthier to try and drink. But this is the other thing about this game, is it's got biomes. You can see forest over there, mountains over there. But it is a game I really enjoy, and the traders, they're helpful because you can obviously trade things with them, but also they give you missions. There's things to do where you can basically earn money. And off in the distance, I see our first zombie. Actually, I'm going to save that arrow. I'm going to club him if he comes near me. Now, I did play with the settings a little bit for this game. Hello, you jumping at me there? I played with the settings a little bit. I messed with the Blood Moon's range. Actually, I should explain what that is. So what the Blood Moon is, in case you're unfamiliar with this game, it's not just, kind of like Walking Dead. No, there's different kinds of zombies, but with what happens with a Blood Moon is all the zombies near you now know exactly where you are, and that comes every 7 days. So at night, on the every seventh night, you basically, incoming zombies. You gotta fight a wave or two. I made it so that there's a range of 3 days. So it might happen day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10. I don't really know. And I don't know if it's earlier too. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get hit with them on day 4. I really don't know. But to make up for that, I bumped up just how many zombies can come after me. I bumped that up to, I think I just bumped it up a little bit to make it so that it spawns more of them. So I may not have to deal with the Blood Moon more often. It adds a bit of randomness to the game. But then also, all right, I'll take you on. Let's go. Huh. But then also, there's more zombies. So kind of makes up for me possibly not having to deal with it every 7 nights. We will see. And I think I bumped up experience and looting just a little bit, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But I think that's about all. Oh, no. I also made... The other thing that happens is at night, the zombies sprint. But I made it for Blood Moons. I bumped their speed even higher than sprint to something called Nightmare. That, honestly, I haven't seen before. I don't know how fast Nightmare is. Let me get some wood. Do you mind? I am trying to gather wood here. So we'll see just how terrifying this playthrough ends up being. Let me gather my wood. Alright, fine. You're going to make me kill you. Hi-ya! Take you on. Ah! Hoo-hoo. Squooshed the noggin. So I'll probably go ahead and try and find a good place to set up my base here in a second. Now that I'm decently close to the trader. I don't have to be right on top of the trader. I just do like to be a little bit closer. I also like to be a little bit down in a bit of a valley because I don't want to be seen from far off. And I'm doing this single player. This is a multiplayer game, by the way. I should mention that. You can set up a world and play online with your friends. It's available on Steam. I'd have to go check and see how much it costs to buy it on Steam these days. I want to say it was $25 when I got it, but I got it a while ago, so I can't remember for sure. Okay, I'm actually really liking this area. There's a lot of flowers. I'm near the snow, which is a source of water. It's kind of flat, which makes building your house easier. So I think I'm going to go ahead and set up around here and make my base. And I think this will be a pretty good spot. And there's a whole bunch of buildings to loot over there, too. So this is going to be a pretty good spot. I can scavenge a lot from here. Now, the other thing about this game that I like is... hang on, let me repair this. The leveling up system, which I haven't messed with just yet because I'm trying to get a house built before nighttime. It has a very in-depth leveling up system and crafting system. I'll show you guys in a bit what it looks like, but it gets really in depth with just all the different ways you can build your character. You know, you can make someone that's just a bruiser and goes in and beats down every zombie they see, you know, or you can make someone who is expert with different types of guns, and they can build their own guns and things like that. Or you can make someone a bit more science-minded, and they can build, traps and, all kinds of things to kill the zombies for you. Or you can work on building turrets. You can be a master chef. You can, focus on first aid. There's all kinds of different things that you can focus on and work on with your character in this game. And to me, that's really cool because you can kind of build your character how you want to. And that's always fun in my book. You want to go? Ow! You hit me. How dare you? Grr! There we go. And just the crafting in this game is crazy. You can put 100 hours into this game and still have plenty of things that your character does not know how to craft. There's all kinds of things. So if you do play this online with other people, which, who knows, I may do at some point. I have no idea. But if you do, it's good to kind of diversify what you're doing. Have one person focus on one thing, other people focus on other things, specialize. Because, if you do that, you and 4 people playing this for, say, like 20 hours can do... Yeah, that's a good start. Can do a lot more than one person... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Than one person who has played for 100, at least in the sheer number of different things that can be crafted. Especially if you get into a good amount of hours with you and 4 people, and all of you are leveling up and, just increasing the number of things you can do. That's going to be pretty big and really help you guys out. So, just some tips for if you get this game for yourself and you and your buddies want to play it online. Like I say, at some point I might do it just because I know that would be fun. I don't know who I'd play with. I'm very new to YouTube. I don't know any YouTubers at all. So who knows? It might just at some point be me and a friend. I have no idea. But for now, I think it's going to be just fine being just me playing. Is that a warthog over there with that zombie? Yeah, if I was a bit more confident in my abilities to kill that. Hang on, let me get this bird nest here. Could always use the feathers. So let's see. I think kind of here-ish will be okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually laying down like the floor first. I know I want to be able to walk like a 10 by 10, so let me do it kind of like this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because the corners are going to be a wall. Oop. Darn you, bird's nest. Oh, that gives me feathers. That's good to know. Anyway, why I'm actually building the floor is I've just learned sometimes the ground can be really uneven, and that can make living in a place awkward. So I do like to just go ahead and put in a floor so that then everything's kind of even, And then I start working on the walls and everything like that. But this just makes it easier because everything's on a flat surface instead of me trying to make everything fit. And it'll make more sense as to why I'm kind of doing it this way later. Because when it's nighttime, something a lot of people don't think about is, if you're in a place with very little light pollution and, you've got a fire. If that fire can be seen from anywhere, it can be seen for miles off. Miles and miles away. So, it's good to have... where was I going with this? Oh yeah, it's good to go ahead and have walls up so that way you can have light at night to be able to see and do things, but you're not Darn you. You're not necessarily... Why are you not going there? You're not necessarily broadcasting your position to the world here. What is the problem? Why are you not being put down? Okay. That was invisible, I guess. Weird. Very weird. Nope. Wrong button. There we go. Let me just do that. Well, I don't have to do it that way right now. I don't gotta make sure to get the corners or anything. And this is the other thing. You can upgrade these pretty far. I know there's wood first, like what I'm doing right now. And then you can kind of upgrade the wood, kind of like reinforce it. And then you can do like cobblestone and concrete. There's brick. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I haven't even played with all of it, so... For me, this is a fun game right here because it's a bit of survival, but there's like actual threat. Some games kind of like this are kind of survival-ish, but really it's just more learn how to feed yourself and get water and not so much you're actually threatened. But this one, you are absolutely threatened. I'm not really having any issues here right now, which is fine. I like that. You know what? I am going to go ahead and try and get meat from you. Alright, that didn't work. Hit. Out of stamina. There we go. Woo. Got that kind of close, didn't I? There we go. Get the good old meat. There we go. Nice. Oh, and this is some of the stuff they added. Lacerations. Can only be true with a first aid kit or sewing kit, but a simple bandage will stop the bleeding. Ah. That's not good. I also got an infection. So yeah, you can get infections in this game and get sick, and you have to get medicine to treat it, but that can be pretty hard to find. So quite possibly, this character is going to, well, I'm probably going to die. Well, I should go ahead and say, I'm going to die several times in this playthrough. I am. I'm going to die several times. This is not a game that you can play a lot of and not die. You're gonna die. Just accept that when you play this game. It happens. It sucks. It's annoying, but it's fine. You know, you will get by. You know, it's not too harsh. You drop everything you're carrying. You respawn by your bedroll that I need to go ahead and lay down now that I'm hurt and sick. You respawn there, and then you can honestly just go pick everything right back up, and you're good. You're right back to where you were before. You've picked everything right on back up. So it's not too mean as far as dying in this game. Unless you're really far off. That can be pretty annoying. But that's part of the update they're making. Before, you could play this and you could be in these fights, like with that boar, and the laceration wouldn't be there. I'd just have the infection. And apparently they made it now where you can get like broken bones in a fight. Let me put my head up that way. Not that it matters. I never sleep there. You can get like a broken bone in a fight, whereas before, if you broke a bone, it would have had to have been because you fell. But now, no, you can get one in a fight. So, a little bit more real in my opinion, because when I played this before, you could get into a fight with a whole ton of zombies or a bear even, because there are bears in this game. And, you know, you'd get hit a few times, and you'd be bleeding like I was when I was fighting the boar. But that's it. It's like just throw a band-aid on it and you're fine. Whereas, no, if you actually are like me and try and take on a boar with a club, you probably are going to get decently hurt. So kudos to them for making it a little more realistic than it used to be. And I wanted to do this game a little bit sooner, but I did want to wait for the update since they were doing new stuff. And I'll show you in a bit once I'm done kind of getting myself to be decently safe here. I'm going to need to get these walls up kind of quick. How they've changed the... what's my wording here? How they changed the skill point system. That's what it was. Thank you, game. The skill point system. Nope, that's the wrong way. Some of the things that are non-combat related, they reduced how many levels there are. And a couple things I think got taken out altogether. They reworked a whole bunch of things. I mean, they really changed a lot. They changed a lot in how your skill points are spent in this game. So, if you've played this game before, what you've played is completely different from what I've got going on here. I mean, if you have played it before, you'll even notice this axe looks different. This is not how the axe used to look, even in just the last version. Because I played a bunch of the last version. The axe looked different, the club looked different. So they've changed some of the textures too. And it's pretty cool. Now the game's technically still in alpha. They're still always updating the game, which is crazy. Because this game has been around for like 6 or 7 years. But they're always working to, update the game and make it better. So if you get this game, they're still working on it. So there's still going to be more stuff to do. And you'll see more things to do. Like what I'm doing. Like if you're watching this video 5 years from now, in the year 2025, you're probably looking back at this like, my God, the game looks so much different back then. Because these guys are still constantly updating it. How much would that give me? Okay, that gave me a lot. Yeah. So I'm going to try and get the walls up next. Actually, I suppose I can take a break on the floors and just go ahead and get the walls up next. So 1, 2, 3. 3 high? Nah, one more. Yeah. And you can see it does kind of use a block system for you to build. A little, probably something they took from Minecraft, but honestly, it's just a good way to do these kind of games. It makes building a lot easier. There's only a few ways that this is similar to other games. For the most part, this has looked to me like a pretty unique game. Let me make a door here so that I can have a door. Here we go. Starting to look like a construction site. No, not there. Okay. That's a nice thing. If you accidentally misplace one, you can pick it right back up. Don't have to, try and break it or anything. Dude. Want to get the door in the middle. There we go. Here's where the door will go. Nice. Now let me just get some stairs. Should be stairs. I haven't built a house exactly this way before. That's not a stair. Why is that not a stair? Okay, yeah. Don't know what that's about. I'll fix that later. No big deal. For now, I have a door. It's fine. It's fine. I know what I'm doing. There's a deer over there. I already have meat. I'll deal with you later. I just need to make it so I can't be seen at night. Dude. Okay, before I get going too much, let me go ahead and upgrade the corners. just because otherwise I'm not going to be able to upgrade them from the inside. There we go. And it gets dark at 22 hours. Now, unless something happens in the middle of the night, I'm just going to cut the video till it's daytime again. Because otherwise, especially early in the game, later in the game, I might not cut it when I'm able to be up and do stuff because my base is secure enough that I know I'm fine. But early in the game, really what I end up doing is just having to sit down, shut up, and stay quiet to not attract attention. You bother me. You claim to be stairs, and you're not stairs. What was I going to say? Oh, so I'll probably just cut the video till it's daytime again. And then we'll just continue on our way. That way, you guys get to keep seeing things actually going on. And not just, me sitting in the darkness trying to focus real hard and listen and see if I hear anything just outside my door. Because honestly, sometimes that is how the early part of the game can be, is you're just being really paranoid and listening real close to see if anything can hear you, or if you can hear anything that's near you. Let me go ahead and lay this down. No, let me upgrade those first, since I'm going to put it in that corner. There we go. Boom. And this just marks my territory. What it does for me in single player is it just makes it so that everything's harder to break for the zombies. But when you're in online mode, I think it makes it so that other players can't destroy anything in your area. Which is good, because otherwise I feel like this game would be infuriating to play online. Because you would build a house, and then you just wouldn't leave it because someone would just come up right behind you and steal all your stuff. So I'm kind of glad they did it that way. Now, I can finish off the roof later, but if I can at least get it this high, I can sit through the night and not have to worry about anything seeing me. And later on, once I get a bit more set up, I'll be going out and doing more adventures and things like that. For now, it's just a bit of a time crunch, because you see I only got more like 5 in-game hours to get this base set up to where nothing can see me at night. Because later on, it's not as big of a deal. But right now, while I just have, stone weapons, zombies sprinting at me is not exactly what I want to deal with right now. If I've got a gun, go ahead, run at me. I'll just cap you. But, now it's like they're sprinting at me, and I'm just sitting here with my axe waiting for them to get to me. To try and take them out with my axe. It's not exactly what... It's not ideal. It's not what I want to deal with. It starts off a bit of a calm game because you're kind of base building or scavenging, but you'll kind of see later on, once I'm a little established and have to go out and explore the world, it can be spooky, because it's not just zombies. There are, other animals in this game, like the boar. There's bears, I think I mentioned. There's mountain lions. And the thing that gets me about, I want to say it's wolves or coyotes, they'll actually stalk you. I've only been scared a couple times in this game, but it's usually because of the wolves or coyotes, because they'll actually, you see this grass right here? They'll actually get as low as they can to this grass. And, wait for you to have your back turned or something, and then jump out at you. The first huge jump scare I ever had in this game, when I started playing it months ago, before I even started YouTube, was I was walking some way, thought I heard something one direction, and I turned to look at what it was, and there was nothing there. So then I turned back to continue walking the direction I was. And already in midair, mid-jump, like not even 3 feet from my character's face, was a wolf in midair, ready to bite me in the face. Let me check over here. There's a zombie wandering over here. I'm just going to go ahead and kill you real quick so that you're not a problem. Boof! Boof! There we go. Ha! Yeah! There we go. The club is a good weapon early in the game. Very helpful. And I will admit some of this stuff with the game can be realistic. Like how I was mentioning, fire can be seen from miles off before. That's not me taking the game too seriously. They actually put the mechanic in the game that fire flickers. So whether it's a candle or a torch, the flickering actually registers to all the NPCs in the game, and they can see that. And they'll actually start walking towards it. I've tested it, gone out at night, held up this torch, and sure enough, they do see it and kind of turn towards it and start walking towards it because, you know, it's movement, I guess, that they can see at night. So, it's not me taking the game too serious. They will actually start walking towards you if you just have open flames out at night and there's no walls for you to have the light blocked out. I even usually wait till I have the roof so that they can't even see any light coming out of the roof. Sometimes I'll have a window in here. Sometimes we'll see. I may end up taking some of these out and adding in a window. But for now, I just like to kind of wall myself in. That way, if anything comes up and starts trying to attack my house, I at least have some warning first that something is there because it's smacking a wall instead of me. And seeing as how I've already got deep lacerations and an infection, it will definitely help for me to, you know, get some heads up that something's coming for my butt, you know? And now what happens with the infection is my stats start to go down after a while. Right now it's not bad, but eventually my stats start to drop. And that's not good. But for now I just need more wood. You ever find yourself just out hunting for wood? That's not a joke for the internet to mess with. I know they will anyway, but... Anyway, moving on, dirty-minded people. Once I get this house built, I'll probably go ahead and meet the trader just to see which one it is. There's different ones in the game. Some are nice, some are jerks. Just to kind of know who I'm dealing with. And then the other thing, too, is I think it's 7 different traders. And each one specializes. Well, they'll sell everything that you can need. But some of them specialize in certain things. And so you'll get, you know, better things from particular traders. Like there's one trader who, before the zombie apocalypse, was a doctor. And so while all the other traders do have medical stuff for you to buy, she has the best medical stuff for you to buy. And that's new in this update too. Before it was just everyone sold everything and it didn't really make too much of a difference who you got it from. Let me get this tree. This tree looks beefy. Let me stop sprinting because that takes stamina and I need stamina to beat on my wood. Ha ha ha. Alright, I lashed out at the internet to not make those jokes, and then I make one. Alright. Fair play, internet. You got me there. We're almost done with the video anyway. We're almost to nighttime. Oop, I'm hungry. That's another thing I did forget to mention. Yes, there's hunger and thirst in this game, and I'm chopping down lots of trees and, you know, doing lots of building, so that's going through my hunger pretty fast. There we go. But I'm thinking I will at least be able to be safe for the night from anything coming after me. Oh, need to repair it. There we go. And then hopefully here in the next video or two, well, I know I'll definitely go talk to the trader, but I'm definitely going to go ahead and go start scavenging the town. And that's when the game really gets interesting, when you're going through houses trying to scavenge what you can to survive, and you have no idea where the zombies could be. They could be all over the place. They could be in every room of the house you're searching, or they could be in only 1 or 2 rooms. If you're extremely lucky, maybe you'll find one that's empty, but I usually don't. There's usually plenty of them in there. And even just regularly, there's different types of zombies. There's feral zombies, too. And they'll just sprint at you anyway. So the rest of the playthrough is going to be a lot less of me explaining and a bit more of things just happening. I just did want to do the first video just kind of explaining the game and doing the basics. And just getting set up to not die. But in the next few videos, it should actually be, you know, me doing things and not just me, you know, building and talking. There's gonna be plenty of building, don't get me wrong. Hang on, let me do 50. There we go. There's gonna be plenty of me talking, sure, but it will be mixed in with me trying to not die, which is always pretty entertaining. See if I can get my roof in before... there's no way I'm getting it in before nightfall, but I can at least go ahead and get it started. The faster I get this house built, the faster I can go out and explore the world. Start on this end and just work my way back. Yay, I leveled up again. And once it hits 2200 hours, I'll end the video shortly after, but I will take a minute to show you the skill point system and show you how it has changed. If you know 7 Days to Die, it does look different than how it used to. Because like I say, some of the things have, you know, reduced levels. Instead, where before you could level something up 5 times, now it's only 3. And a couple things actually got removed altogether. Just outright got taken out of the game. So I will show you that before I end the video. I just do want to keep working on this roof here, because again, the faster I'm done with this, the faster I can get to actually fighting zombies and surviving and scavenging and trying to find guns, because guns are great to have. Especially since I bumped up the speed on blood moons. Gonna need guns. 4, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 54. So if I make 53, I can't make 53. Never mind. Whoop, nope, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, I can get as many of these as I can. Boom, 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 boom. And, of course, I'll add on to this later. By the time I've been playing this for, you know, I don't know, 20 days worth, this house is not going to look like this. There's going to be extra added on parts to the building, for sure. Okay, well, it's close enough to 2,200 hours. I'm just going to go ahead and have my guy go ahead and stealth for a bit. Nothing should be able to see me, so I should be all right. I'll have my club just in case. But while we're here, that's my guy over there. Hello. I'm going to make sure to edit out the name there so y'all don't find the Steam name. Not doing that. So here's the skill point stuff. Okay, and see they've changed some of these to only have 3 instead of 5. Before, all of these used to have 5, and they've changed some of these. Like there used to be one in here called something like science. They took that out entirely. But you can see there's all kinds of things like robotics, being better at bartering. If you go over to strength, there's stuff with being a better chef or a better miner. If you go over here, there's stuff where you heal really fast or you live off the land really well. If you go over here, there's like lock picking and animal tracking and looting and things like that. That just make your life a little bit easier in the apocalypse. I know I'm gonna go ahead and go with blacksmith, because I do want to be able to do that. And then also there's stuff over here where you can unlock some abilities, but only by finding these books. So even if you level up all this other stuff up here in the top left, there's still all this stuff that you can have to find books for and need to work on from there. So we'll see what kind of character I want to end up being. I have to look through this and figure out what in the world I need here. I may go ahead and get Tinkerer too. Go ahead and do that. This is how I like to play. I like to work on intellect and being able to build stuff. Other people, they want to just be able to go in and bash every zombie they see. I like being able to build traps and stuff that do it for me. So we'll see how this goes. It should be... Oh, I can do one more. If I do one more, then I can get to 6, and then I can get electrician. And then I can actually make generators and build all kinds of stuff. So that'll be really cool. Alright, and that ominous sound now means I'm at 2,200 hours, and literally all that would be happening here is y'all would just be seeing me sit here like this at night and listening for something coming to kill me. So that's all for this video. I'm going to put a link to this game down in the description below. That way if you guys want to buy it and play it, you can. Remember to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys later.